Hey yo, Goobers. If you've been following along on the channel, you know we picked up a new boat. We've got 5 things that we're gonna do to our trailer that you can do to yours to make your life on the water a heck of a lot easier. And we're gonna start right now. Upgrade number 1. My boat came with these nasty trailer straps. We're gonna pop those off, throw them out of here, and replace them with some ratcheting straps so we can bolt onto the trailer. On my trailer, I had to take these tabs and bend them back a little bit in order to get this to sit flush. These install real easy. Now this isn't a brand new set. I had these laying around from an old boat, but they've got a bolt that goes through the hole here. Got a couple washers, make sure that your compression washer goes in the back. And then a nut that goes over the top of all of it and presses it down. At least on this set, you can press the red button in and lift up, and that's gonna give you a little bit more room to work with that bolt underneath. I'm gonna get this as tight as I can by hand at first and clamp it onto the boat so I know how this strap needs to lay. I'll ratchet it down and then tighten this up in the back. The reason these are so nice, when you get to the boat ramp, all you have to do is press the red button in, unclip it. I like to put it right around my bunk so it's right there. And then when you get off the water, grab it, back on the strap, ratchet it down, and you're good to go. Beats the heck out of trying to fiddle with those other straps and getting those tensions adjusted just right. This is the way to go. To extend the lifespan of these things, make sure you get some silicone spray and just coat them up every now and then. I fish in some brackish water a little bit, and you know, some salt water makes its way up the river. That corrodes the stuff really fast. Silicone spray is going to make these things last a lot longer. Tip number 2, if you've got a trailer with any kind of age on it, you're going to want to check out those tires. Now we've got an entire video going over hubs and tires, so if you want to check that out, I'll link in the description below. However, the hubs on this are pretty good. We are going to change one thing about that to help with preventive maintenance down the road and just keep us safe, but we are going to change these tires out. So we're going to go ahead and loosen up these lug nuts. Now we need to jack the trailer up. The old wheel ejected itself. We're gonna set that off to the side for later, you'll see why. And we're gonna replace that old nasty tire with this blacked out rim with a tire on it. There's just something about this combo that's really speaking to me. It takes the trailer package to the next level. And now we've got a brand new tire on there that's gonna last us hopefully many, many miles on the road. While these tires are gonna go far, we don't have to go far for hack number 3. We're gonna focus on this dust cap next. We're gonna pop that off and replace it with some bearing buddies. All you need is a rubber mallet, just tap away at this and eventually it'll pop off. There we go, we can see that grease in there is a little milky. There's probably some water getting in there. So it's a good thing we're doing this upgrade. Now you wanna take some paper towels and clean out as much of that old grease as you can. For your new bearing buddies, you're gonna open up the package, take the cap off, and this tapered end right here is gonna go where the old dust cap was. And we're just gonna tap that on with a rubber mallet. Work your way around the edge. You wanna keep on going until there's no reveal around the hub and the bearing buddy. Take your grease gun and go ahead and pump that baby full of grease. You're gonna keep an eye on that blue cap. When it starts to pop out, you know the cavity is full. And to finish off upgrade number 3, put your dust cover back on and press in the center. Get that baby on there. You wanna get all the air out of that. Next couple times you run your trailer, keep an eye on this, make sure it's not starting to pop away. Make sure you don't see it flying off the side of the trailer as you go down the road. It might be a good idea to take it around the block for a test drive and keep an eye on it. If you lose that cover, you wanna make sure you get it replaced as well, otherwise water can get in there and mess up your grease. For upgrade number 4, we're gonna take our old tire and mount it to the trailer as a spare. This trailer didn't come with one, so I'm gonna make sure I add that on. Now think ahead when you're doing this. If you get a flat and you have to pull over to the side of the road, make sure you're mounting your spare tire carrier on the side that's gonna shield you from traffic. Put the boat between you and oncoming traffic. In the United States, we pull over to the right-hand side of the road usually if you have an issue. So I'm gonna mount it on the right side of the boat trailer. So I'm gonna be working on the shoulder if I have to access this. I'm not gonna be sticking my butt out into traffic trying to get run over. This attaches really easily. You've got 2 different style U-bolts here. This one has a kink in it because it's gonna lay over the other one. So I'm gonna start with this one. And I want my tire to be lifted up and raised a little bit. So from behind, I'm gonna go ahead and pop it through the hole. And on the other side, I'm gonna use the slot. And just to help me out a little bit, I'm gonna do the same thing with the other one, then start to put the bolts on. 4 bolts are gonna require 4 washers. And we're gonna use some nylon lock washers here to make sure that this doesn't rattle off as I'm going down the road. Now that we've got that installed, we can mount our tire and install our lug nuts to keep this secure. And just like that, we got the spare tire mounted. And tip number 5, my friends, is one of my favorite. Being a river fisherman, it can be hard to get the boat back on the trailer at times. So we're gonna install some trailer bunk guides. This is gonna help you line your boat up, drive it right onto the trailer, and know that it's sitting right on your bunks. This is especially important for my setup because my transducer, I don't want it hitting my bunks. I'm gonna mount it low so it's hanging down below the boat so I get a better reading, and I don't want it hitting the bunks as I pull it on the trailer. That's an easy way to mess up your transducer. So knowing that my boat's coming in straight and sitting on these right is gonna make sure that my transducer is safe when I recover my boat. Now it's time to mount the bracket. This is a little bit frustrating, so you might wanna grab yourself something nice to drink or get a helping hand. Find yourself a horizontal bar going across your trailer so your posts can stick out. If you have a different style bracket, you might have to install them different, but this is how mine are gonna work. We've got these U-bolts again. One of them has a divot in, put that one on second so it can nest over the other one. Washers and nuts go on, and I'm gonna run those bolts down a little bit, but nothing crazy. I wanna make sure I have room for that post to go on there. Once you've got those run in a little bit, I like to put the post on so I can see just how much slack I have to take out. When it gets to be time for your final adjustment, you wanna make sure you've got the clearance that you're looking for here. I like to leave about a thumb's width, maybe a little bit more, so it really guides the boat onto the trailer. I don't have a lot of room to miss with that transducer on the back, so I wanna make sure this boat is ready to roll. And with that, you've got 5 trailer hacks that are gonna make your time on the water a lot more enjoyable. Give us a thumbs up if you like that video. Make sure you follow along for this John boat build out because we're gonna deck this bad boy out. See you on the next one. Just because this video is over doesn't mean the fun has to stop here. Check out these videos down below. Catch you some more goobers while you wait for our next video to drop. Later.